Sam Copeland for sharing this amazing daily puzzle idea, mate. And we're trying to find a way to remove this guard. So incredibly, the first move in the puzzle solution, very hard to see, is rook, you can't touch this, e6. And basically we find this move by thinking about removing the guard. We're threatening rook takes knight with mate to follow. So if black captures the bishop, well then we'll happily remove the guard, and there's no way to prevent checkmate. Bishop takes, for example, this is mate, and even if the rook, tries to clear the path, doesn't really matter. We just take the pawn, king is forced here, and choose your own checkmate. Here, there, or let the rook get the glory and deliver mate. So with the idea of removing the guard in the air, preparing mate, what is black to do? Well, black says, okay, prove it. I'm gonna take the rook. Now what? And here you need to be careful. You don't want to play bishop takes e6. Although it is tempting to attack the king, the problem is the king can just kind of chill in the corner here and say, okay, now what? The knight is still guarding that critical h7 square, so queen takes pawn mate, not in the air. And although the king and the queen are in forking distance of a knight, well, the rook is well placed to just capture the knight. And remember, we sacrificed a whole bunch of material, right? We played the stunning rook e6, and now we're giving up more material. So this isn't quite working out in our favor. So going back, after the brilliant rook e6, black is basically forced to capture our rook. And although our main plan was to remove the guard with our rook, in this case, the threat was stronger than the execution, because now that the pawn captures the rook, we're able to pivot our knight that was helping attack on the light squares. We can now shift over to a dark square attack. We're threatening mate, and we're forking the queen and the rook. Now here black doesn't have to allow checkmate on the next move, but that comes at the price of sacrificing the queen. So, if they play rook f7, for example, now we just happily collect the queen. We're attacking the rook and the bishop. Our hanging bishop is also attacking the rook. And of course, we also enjoy the extra queen here. So life is good. White is completely winning. Now with the knight attacking not only the queen and the rook, but also the g7 square, black says, well, what's your target? Is it my queen? Or is it my king? And black takes our bishop. And here we have to be careful. Don't allow materialism to sing you to shipwreck here. Yes, the queen is hanging, but we already sacrificed a lot of material. So after the rook takes the knight, we have three pieces just completely slumbering on the queen's side, and our queen basically getting no help from any of its friends. And black has a really active position here. In fact, white's the one in trouble. So going back, after knight takes bishop, capturing our hanging piece, now the knight lobs up the ball and we slam dunk on g7, delivering a beautiful checkmate